Okay. So yan, nag-add tayo ng dalawang scorecard. No? We've added 2 scorecards. We've added a map. Okay. And then we've added a button. Actually, there was a button last time. Ano? May button tayo for downloading. Itong button na to, let me just share what it does. So, itong file na to, ito yung VLOOKUP natin last time, right? In-upload ko lang siya sa Google Drive ko, and then I took the link, and then yun yung naka-embed dito sa button na to. Mamaya I'll show you ano. And then this Netflix button, since our product is Netflix, one of the products, no, pinakamataas na sales is Netflix, I've added a button. So yan. Netflix. So may redirection notice. So yan, it brings me to Netflix. So may later on you can change or customize this button. You can have a, let's say, Disney Plus button or a HBO Max button. Pwede nyo palitan. We'll just put a link to it. And then this is the top sales. Or sorry, not top sales, but rather yung total sales. I'm showing $109,087 worth of sale. So yan, tama naman, it's 109.87 dito sa ating status bar. And then dun sa CSV file ko, I've added another column. This is a column for location. No? So as you can see, kinopy paste ko lang yan. Naglagay lang ako ng 5 locations, tas kinopy paste ko lang all throughout. Ano? The reason I did that was I wanted to see if it will be reflected here. No? So yan. So nagawa naman natin siya. This is the map. So the map tells me alin lugar yung pinakamarami tayong customers. So refresh natin. It's not showing. So ayan. So, ito yung may mga blue tayo. Ewan ko lang kung nakikita nyo. No? So these bubbles tell ito yung concentration ng customers natin. Ano? We have customers from California, Texas, Alabama, Florida, and Ohio. Okay. So something you can do later on, mag-add kayo ng locations, ano? Pwedeng Philippine locations dyan, ano? We've done it in other classes. Ilagay sila, let's say Bulacan, Pampanga. So once you upload it, the Google Maps identifies the location, tas ipa-plot niya mismo doon sa map ninyo. Okay? So yun. So yun yung mga i-add natin, ano? Basically, let's go dun sa Looker Studio. Okay, so here's how it looks like, ano. Start tayo with again yung button natin. This button is a control button, ano. So paano mo siya makukuha? Dito sa add a control, no? Add a control and then just select the button. So when you select the button, yan ganyan. Reloaded na siya. So this is a new button. You can pwede mo siyang palitan, tapos lalagyan mo lang siya ng link. Okay, pwede mong i-rename. So kunwari, naglagay ka ng button dyan, this is a subscribe button or whatever, right? So ganyan. You can rename it, you can customize it, change the colors, what have you. You can do anything with this button. Okay? So itong button natin, again, ayan, ito yung drive link. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. So yung VLOOKUP file, it's just uploaded on my drive or a certain storage. And then, yun yung nakalagay din na link dito. So they'd be able to download the file. Okay? So ganun din sa mga reports sa mga companies. They have a button and then there's just a storage somewhere. Let's say, pumunta ka ng PSA, tapos nag-download ka ng data, 2024 data. So, ganyan lang din yun. Ganyan ang framework nun. So, there is a button, tapos may storage sila, nandun lang nakalagay yung file. You download it. Okay? But at the website level, ang nakikita lang ng ng viewer is just the button. Okay? So, ganyan yung pinakang niya, background niya. And then now we go to the scorecards. So, yung scorecard, again, ang data natin, we have yung number ng customer number, we have the names, we have payment, department, source, amount, product, time, location. It only makes sense na kapag ka-sales ang data na dapat or ang pinakamagandang gamitin sa kanya na chart is the scorecard. Kasi siya nakabulaga kagad yung number, right? Companies tend to brag about their sales. Kahit saan kayo magtingin, kahit mga graphics lang, Facebook, makikita nyo, 1 million units, 1 million sales worldwide, 10,000 units sold. Numbers ang pinapakita kapag data visualization wise, it's just the numbers and then the text. It would not make sense kung maglalagay ka ng pie chart indicating the sales unless what you're trying to show is yung sales per department or sales per let's say a branch or sales per location, which is hindi ko na siya kailangan gawin kasi meron na akong department chart dito right? So it only makes sense na pagka magpe-present ka ng data, lalo na sales, ang magandang gamitin dyan is a scorecard. So I hope nakukuha ninyo yung yung point ko dito. And then using the same chart, scorecard, customers, right? So common error to dun sa well, not necessarily error pero na-overlook ng ibang mga students na mga groups, naggawa sila ng chart for customers. It does not make sense na gagawa ka ng pie chart na nakalagay yung mga pangalan ng customers. One, data privacy. Second, anong value nun para sa viewer? Remember, the reason why you are creating data visualization is to make it easy for the viewers to understand. So kung meron kang data dito, kagaya nung common na ginawa ng ibang mga student, naglagay sila ng pie chart about customer. Para saan? Right? Bakit may papakita yung, again, data privacy, ba't mapapakita yung mga pangalan ng customers na naka-chart? Gusto mo makita sino pinakamaraming order? Hindi naman, di ba? So again, kino-correct ko lang, huwag kayong gagamit ng pie chart if you're showing the data of number of customers. Ang pinakamaganda lang dyan would be here, gumamit ng scorecard and then number. So sa example natin, it's just a little number kasi 78 lang naman talaga yung customers natin But again, if imagine niyo if this is a year long or several years long worth of data, so libo-libo na yung customers niyan, it's beauty to spotlight or highlight this type of data sa mga viewers natin sa website. So makikita nila, uy, I have itong na to, website na to, or this company has thousands and thousands of customers. Imagine nyo sa Facebook, may nakalagay 99,000 likes, 1 million followers, yung mga ganon, no? So parang ganon din siya translated to a website or data visualization website through the use of Looker. Okay? So I hope naintindihan ninyo, no? And then let me point out several things. Remember dito, ang gusto natin mangyari sa scorecard ng sales ay sum. Okay? So what we did is itong amount ay drinag natin dito sa primary field. No, itong amount, parang pivot, no? Dinrag natin siya papunta rito. And then we made sure to select sum. Kasi kung kunwari gagawin kong average yan, magbabago yung amount niyan. So pag sinabi mong average, yan yung average na benta. Roughly $1,398 or pesos ang binibili nila. We don't want that, no? Ang gusto natin, sum, total number of sales. Okay? Mind you, kapag yung data mo ang tinuro ko sa inyo previously, with CSV files, you strip it with all formatting. So kapag pinaglalagyan mo pa yan ng mga kung ano-anong, let's say, nilagyan mo ng peso sign, nilagyan mo ng comma, inedit mo, it's going to be a problem later on here because hindi niya madedetect yung data as numbers or numerical. But rather, it would interpret the data as text. No? At kung text siya, hindi lalabas itong option ng sum at kung mga ano-ano na to, no? Kasi ang data type natin ay num. Just like with this one, no, customers. Ang customers natin, hindi numerical data to, tama ba? Ito yung customers mo eh, right? Ito siya, oh. This is textual data. So kung textual siya, when you drag it here, no, drinag ko yung customer names. No? Itong names, dinala ko dito. Ang mangyari dito, ang option ko, dahil nga, well, number siya, but count, bibilangin ko yung naka-enter doon. Bibilangin ko yung number ng customers. Hindi mo isasum yung customers. Okay? Kasi customers are textual data in nature. Pangalan yung nakalagay doon. So, ika-count niya yan. No? Count this thing. So, remember, in Excel, naturo ko yan sa inyo. Count, counta, count if, etc. etc. Clear? Tapos itong mga to, you can just change the style. No? Pwede mong baguhin. Pinalitan ko yung title, customers worldwide. You can change the color, the font, add border shadows, etc. Okay, so ganun lang for both of these scorecards. Now, going to my GeoMap, no? So dahil nga nakapag-upload na kayo ng files dyan na wala yung location, you can always add data. So, pwede ka naman mag-add ng data. Right? So, lalabas ako, click ko to. Click anywhere here. So yan, here, you would see na mayroon akong several data sources, right? So, 3 uploaded data and I have 1 blended data. So, ibig sabihin natin dito, pwede ka bang mag-add, no? You can always add data. You can always re-upload another CSV file and this time it has locations, no? Or kung mag-add pa ako ng mas marami pang columns in order to show other things, ano, pwede kong gawin yan dito by just adding data. So when you add data, gagaya din na last time, you'll just select CSV upload. Okay? File upload. Tapos lalabas na siya dito. And yung file, yung data na yon, yun yung magiging source mo dahil may location na siya for your GeoMap. Okay? So I'll just go here. O pwede ka mag-add a chart, no? Ito yung Google Maps, so may bubble, field, heat map, line, bahala kayo kung anong gusto ninyo. You have a geochart, etc. Pwede maging geochart yan, pwedeng bubble maps, no? So in my case, hindi lang siya nagre-reflect properly dito, no? But again, if you would look at it at the end of the viewer, makikita naman siya. So again, pwede nyo lagyan ng Philippine locations yan, pwedeng Asian locations, madedetect ng Google yan. Basta may internet lang, ano. Okay? O tsaka basta tama yung pagkaka-enter ng textual data. And then finally, we have the parang Netflix button. So itong Netflix button na to, this is just actually an image. Right? So image lang siya. As you can see, image properties. So how do you add an image? This one. Oh, image. So mag-add ka ng image. Pwede kang mag-upload, pwede kang by URL. So in my case, I uploaded it from my computer. Yung Netflix na button na yan, I trimmed it kasi meron ka mga makikitang Netflix button sa online, malalaki pa yung space sa gilid. So kinat ko lang siya, pinaliit ko lang. Tapos with this image, you put a link. So yung link niya yan, netflix.com. Okay? So yeah, netflix.com. So at the end of the viewer, nag-viewer ng data, it now becomes a button. No? So makikita mo nagbago yung cursor kasi meron siyang link. Okay? So ganun siya. Okay. So ayan ano. So again, for your second assessment, it it would have all of these things. No, I need charts, I need scorecards, a map, a control, a button. Okay. And then again, ang pinakang essence ng data visualization, as we have studied in chapter 4, yung previous reporters, the type of data that you will use clearly tells what type of chart you should use, no? So kagaya niyan, sabi nga natin, we want to show a comparison between departments, 100%, so gamitan mong pie chart. You wanted to show a comparison about payments, you use a pie chart again. You wanted to show numbers, talagang kitang-kita mo kagad, number of units sold, number of customers, you can use a scorecard. If meron tayong data about time, which is hindi naman natin kakailanganin for this upcoming assessment, pwede kang gumamit ng line chart, right? So yun yung mga pinakang basic premises ng Looker. Ano. So yun, I hope na nakuha ninyo yung introduction for Looker. Ano. Again, whether online tayo or face-to-face, actually pwede rin naman online eh. Kung walang magiging face-to-face classes, ganito na lang setup natin. We will have a meetup link, tapos per group papasok, and then i-demonstrate ng group, no? Hindi ko na siya gagawing individual ano kasi masyadong matagal talaga 'yun. It's just a group, and then the group will collaboratively work on the data visualization. Okay, and then explain it briefly at the end bakit yun yung mga choice nila of charts or yun yung pinili nilang theme, what have you. Okay po? Questions? Yes po. Baby, ano po yun?
Yes, sir. Pwede po namin gamitin yung previously ano po namin, activity.
Pwede naman, pwede naman. Pero ano hindi ko lang nai-send pa sa inyo, merong kasing part ng rubric dun yung professionalism ng data. So, kung kunwari, yung iba kasi parang medyo joke time yung ano, no, yung data visualization. So, pwede nyo palitan yung background or make it more serious, no, yung presentation lang naman. No? So pwede yan. You can use the same ano. But you would walk me through from yung raw data, i-convert nyo to text to columns, i-upload ninyo siya dun sa Looker, and then from scratch, lalagyan nyo siya. Okay. So pwede nyo naman siyang gamitin kung gusto ninyo, pero minimal na lang yung maiiwan doon kasi again, i-delete nyo yung mga chart. Papakita ninyo sa akin paano nyo siya gagawin. Okay. May mga question pa po? Or did I answer the question? Wala na siguro, no? Ayun. So, ayun, that will be all for this meeting. Remaining time, we can practice, ano? We can work together as a group. Practicein ninyo yung mga naituro ko. Okay po? So, yun. Don't forget to fill out the attendance. Thank you so much po. Enjoy the rest of the day.